like most about Blake Harrell is he doesn't accept being the number 3 or number 4 guy in that rotation. That he feels like he should be the guy, and it's added a level of competition to the room. How has that played out this spring with Blake Harrell?
Well, he's on a mission, and what he's doing now is creating great competition for Tommy and DJ. And right now, when you get great competition, great things happen. Because right now, I don't know who's going to start. That's a good problem to have. So we're going to find out who starts at game 1. We'll know who starts at game 1. But right now, they're all practicing really hard. Really happy with them. Really pleased with Keenan Cole. He's got a great story. He's someone who really, for 2 or 3 years, had his role limited a little bit. And instead of leaving and going to the portal, all he's done is work really, really hard. And he's playing really good football. And like I said last season, we need seniors to have the best season. As I said about Cal Teller, and now we need Keenan Cole to have a great senior season. But yeah, you are right. Blake is on a mission to do things here, which is great. And Tommy and DJ see that. So we have great competition in the room.
How much does that mean for a guy like Keenan? Comes in to be sort of a 2-gap tackle. There's a coaching change, and he goes through the work and finds a spot in the rotation and kind of works his way in.
That tells you about his character. Because most kids would have ran away. And he kept on fighting, kept on working. I think a perfect example is last season after the Illinois game. Hey coach, come to my office, I want to play. What can I really do? And we talked about a couple of things he needed to focus on. And he kept working, and then Connor Brown had a big sack. And against Baylor last year, he played really, really well. So I think he has confidence, and he's pushing, and we're all pushing right now.
What were some of those things you highlighted with them during that meeting that you needed to improve on?
I think we just talked about lateral quickness and pad level. Those are the 2 things, lateral quickness and pad level.
And with Blake then, how have you seen, specifically with his body, transform as he's gotten another kind of winter in the weight program?
I think what Blake is really heavy-handed. So he creates unbelievable knockback and separation. And he has the great ability to get off blocks. There's a couple of things he does during spring, even the players are like, oh, wow, look at this. This is really, really special. And that what makes, he's got great knockback. He's got great hand placement. His hands are always inside. And he's causing great separation so he can go off blocks. So he's working really, really hard. Like he said, he's really coachable. And the best thing about him, he just works. He says about 3 things, but he just keeps working and working and working, and we're really pleased with that.
Hey Jim, we've talked to so many coaches that have all the new guys coming in, and you're the opposite. You have a lot of guys back. Has that been a luxury having so many guys back?
No, because I think what it does is creating competition because they all want to play. Right now, we have 6 guys that are competing for jobs, which is really, really a good thing. And as long as they keep working, I told the players today, this is our mission. We have 15 days of spring ball to get better. And then we got 7 weeks, which is 50 days to improve. And then we got 30 more practices. So as long as we keep getting better every day, keep improving what we need to get better, 1% better every day, we'll be ready to go for that first game. So that's what we've been working on here. But competition is the greatest answer in life. Cures all problems.
Jim, with those vets, do you feel like they have a sense of leadership team-wise too? I mean,
I think they're learning. I think we've been really fortunate here. Like in 2022, we had Sam Burke, a great leader. 2023, Devin Phillips ran the room. 24, Cal Teller ran the room. Right now, there's not one individual. I think they're all learning to be more vocal because they had 3 dominant guys every year to lead. So now they're learning. They're learning when to say it, how to say it, why to say it. So it's a lot of those kind of conversations with me one-on-one. Say, all right, what do you think you should have said here? Why am I saying this? Maybe you should say this next time. So it's me teaching them how to do that. That's a great question.
What did you think about the opportunity to get Gage back, and what's it been like having him back on campus?
That's great. I have a great relation with Gage, and we needed a need. Players wanted him back. He left the right way. We wanted him back. He came back, and I was very direct with Gage. I said, Gage, you didn't play football last season. You're going to start at the bottom of the depth chart, and you're going to work. And all he's done here is work. He's happy to be back here. He really appreciates Kansas. He's honored to be back, so we expect big things for him.
How do you think it can help him that he's had the perspective of spending a year elsewhere?
I think he knows why we do things here. I think he knows how we care about the players. I think he knows about the resources here, and I think he sees this is the place he wanted them to be. We want players to be at Kansas.
With Gage, you mentioned that the players wanted him back. Is that something that you talked to them about, like when Gage was in the portal, or is that something you got a sense for kind of after he was back and around guys?
When he entered the portal, we decided we wanted to bring an experience, we need a defensive inside player in here. Reach out to the players. Players came to me and said, Coach, I know we want to bring one in here. What about him? Because it's about a fit in the room. Okay, my position is a rotation position. So we need to keep rotating players. So we want someone who can fit the room. As long, and does that make sense, guys? We're looking for a guy who can fit in the room. We believe that he's the perfect fit for us, what we're doing this year.
How about Marcus Galvin? What do you see from him?
Working really hard. He's by far, the amount of time he puts in this building with me and Coach Zach is simply amazing. He is working, he is working, he is working, and he's working. And he is on a projection to play about 10 plays this year. And so I'm really pleased with him, and he's really, the thing about Marcus, he's really coachable. And I tell Marcus all the time, football is the greatest sport in the world because it doesn't care how big you are. It really doesn't care how long you are. You know, if he's 6'4" or 5'11", it cares about how you work. And I know this, if you work really, really hard, you're gonna have success. It's just, when will that happen, right? Everyone's journey is different. Blake's journey is gonna be different than Marcus's journey, right? Different people, different person, but that's what he's working, and I'm really pleased with his performance.
I think you said Gage left the right way. What does that mean to you, and did that matter in bringing him back?
I think everything matters. Like you said, we had a need. Okay, we went and looked at the portal, and he was in the portal. We reached out to him. I had a really long conversation with him, and you guys know I'm pretty direct, right? So I'm sure he wasn't really happy with that. But I told him, hey, this is where we're at. This is what we need. This is what you gotta do. You gotta work yourself back in the team and work hard. And he's done that, and I'm really happy he's back here. I have a great relationship with him, so I'm really happy he's back here.
With Gage, was there any sense that he's looking at other schools, or was it kind of okay? He wants to immediately get back to Kansas.
When he hit the portal, when he called me and left a message. Coach, I'm in the portal. Can you speak? He had no idea we were looking for an inside player. I said we're looking for an inside player, and it was very, very. I think it was perfect. Like I said, it was a perfect fit.
Someone asked a little bit about this earlier, but the role of having one of the most experienced position groups on the team, do you feel like defensive tackles have to occupy, like, do they have to play at a higher standard? Do they have to set a standard for the rest of the defense because so many other groups have so many new players?
I think we're the engine of the defensive line, or engine of the program. But the best thing about right now is they're all trying to get playing time. There is no depth chart right now. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's really competition right now. That's what the key is right now. We have great competition in the room. Only competition is great because of what? It makes them really lock in, focus. When they see this guy make a play, well, I better make a play. I gotta make a play. He's making a play. So that's what the beauty is right now. That's what in the room is. So it's a little bit different. Sometimes you have an experienced room and you know who the stars are, you know, back of. Right now we have no idea who the starter is, which is a good problem to have.
The new coach, or new defense coordinator, DK McDonald, how do you see your guys buying into the new DC?
I think DK's got a great personality, can relate to the players. He had a relationship with the players last season, so it's been a smooth transition. They're happy. So I think it's pretty easy right now. When you have a relationship with players, it's easy. It's easy to push players when you have a relationship with players. I'm hard on players, but I have a relationship with players. You can push them as long as you have a relation with them. You gotta show that you have to care.
DJ was a guy that was a high school defensive end, bulked up,
Yeah.
you know, had a lot of success. Blake Harold kind of following a similar path. How much does it help the young guys who come in, you know, who maybe have to follow a similar path, to have somebody that they can point to and say, hey, this guy did the same exact thing that I'm doing. I can kind of follow this guy and follow in his.
I think when
footsteps.
players see another player have success, they're really curious why they're having success. And that's the most important thing. You know, is player success. Right now we have guys come in and we look for a certain defensive lineman. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you bring these big human beings and they gotta lose 30 pounds, put on 15 pounds, and it's like a 2.5 year process. You know, we're looking for explosive, twitchy, athletic defensive linemen that can get bigger and get stronger and get more explosive and all that stuff. So I think it's great because I think they know the program works. Players wanna know, can you help me? Football players wanna know, can I, coach, help me get my success? So it's easy to show them, hey, this is what you've done, this is the plan for nutrition, this is the plan in the weight room, this is the plan we have for your coaching, and they see players have success, oh cool, it's called buy-in. Does that make sense?
What's the next step for DJ and Tommy?
To be dominant every play. That's the next step, to be dominant every play. I'm probably harder than them to anybody else in the program.
Do you see that in them?
Yeah, I do. You know, but right now their standards is like my standards, so, and they're really competitive, and they're working hard, and they know this is it for them. They know this is the last season, so, and they're excited. They're playing with great energy, great effort. They're playing with toughness. So this is exactly where we need to be their senior year. Like I told you before, we need our seniors to have great senior years. any team that's successful has great senior play and leadership. So right now, we have Tommy, we have DJ, Gage, Keenan, we have Dean Miller, we have Fink. We need them to have a great senior season. That's the key to have success, in my opinion.
Anything else, Coach Panagos?
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.